Roger, sir. That's a closed runway. That'll work, sir. We're getting the equipment off the runway, and they'll line up for that one.
How long is it?
6,600 feet, 6,600, and the equipment's coming off.
Isolate this.
Moments of intense crisis where pilots and crews have faced extraordinary challenges, often with only seconds to make life or death decisions. These situations have led to some of the most dramatic and miraculous emergency landings ever recorded. These events not only highlight the importance of rigorous training and the advancements in aviation technology but also underscore the remarkable skill, composure, and bravery of those involved. The following are 5 of the most notable emergency landings, each with its own story of heroism and survival. United Airlines Flight 232 is widely regarded as an example of exceptional airmanship and emergency response. Here are the details of the incident. On July 19, 1989, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10-10 operated by United Airlines. A flight from Denver Stapleton International Airport, Colorado to Philadelphia International Airport, Pennsylvania, with a stopover at Chicago O'Hare International Airport, Illinois. Approximately 1 hour and 7 minutes into the flight, at an altitude of 37,000 feet, the number 2 engine, tail engine, experienced an uncontained fan disc failure. The fan disc disintegrated, sending shrapnel through the tail section, which severed all 3 hydraulic systems. The loss of hydraulic pressure meant the crew had no conventional means to control the aircraft. However, Captain Alfred C. Haynes, along with First Officer William R. Records, Flight Engineer Dudley J. Dvorak, and a training check airman, Dennis E. Fitch, managed to control the plane using differential thrust from the remaining 2 engines. The crew declared an emergency and decided to attempt an emergency landing at Sioux Gateway Airport in Sioux City, Iowa. Despite the loss of conventional controls, they managed to steer and descend the aircraft using asymmetric thrust. As the aircraft approached the runway, it became clear that a smooth landing was impossible. The plane touched down, veered off the runway, cartwheeled, and broke into several sections.
The right wing dipped. It slid on the runway. Oh, geez, I don't know, about 100 feet. As it slid on the runway, an explosion occurred. Sent the fuselage up in the air, spinning off that way. Part of the fuselage burned here. Part of it burned right about there. Just amazing. It was awful.
111 of the 296 passengers and crew died. 185 people survived the crash, thanks in large part to the efforts of the flight crew and the quick response of emergency services. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, determined that the cause of the accident was the uncontained failure of the fan disc in the number 2 engine. The disc failure was attributed to a manufacturing defect, specifically a fatigue crack that had gone undetected during inspections. The investigation also highlighted the heroic actions of the flight crew and the importance of crew resource management training, which allowed them to work together effectively under extreme conditions. The flight crew, especially Captain Haynes, First Officer Records, Flight Engineer Dvorak, and Check Airman Fitch, were widely praised for their extraordinary skill and composure. They received numerous awards and commendations. The incident led to several changes in aviation safety, including improved inspection techniques for detecting fatigue cracks in engine components, enhancements to hydraulic system redundancy, and increased emphasis on CRM training for flight crews. A memorial for the victims and survivors of Flight 232 was established in Sioux City, serving as a reminder of the tragedy and the heroism displayed. United Airlines Flight 232 remains a profound example of human resilience and professional airmanship in the face of catastrophic failure, with lessons that continue to influence aviation safety practices today. TACA Flight 110 is renowned for its extraordinary emergency landing. Here are the details of the incident. On 24 May, 1988, a Boeing 737-300 operated by TACA International Airlines, flight from Belize City, Belize to New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. The flight encountered severe weather, including heavy rain and hail, while descending toward New Orleans. Both engines ingested hail and experienced flameouts, Complete loss of power. Despite multiple restart attempts, the engines could not be reignited. With both engines out, the aircraft was essentially gliding. Captain Carlos Dardano and his crew declared an emergency and began looking for a suitable place to land. Captain Dardano managed to perform a dead stick landing, landing without engine power, on a narrow grass levee adjacent to NASA's Michoud assembly facility near New Orleans. The skillful landing prevented a more catastrophic outcome. Minor injuries were reported, but all 45 passengers and crew survived. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, investigation attributed the dual-engine flameout to severe weather conditions that caused hail ingestion. The engines were not designed to withstand such severe hail ingestion. The crew's decisive actions and exemplary flying skills were critical in ensuring a safe landing. Remarkably, the aircraft sustained minimal damage. The engines were replaced, and the aircraft was flown out of the levee after a temporary runway was constructed. The aircraft continued to serve in TACA's fleet and was later sold to another airline. Captain Dardano and his crew received widespread acclaim for their extraordinary airmanship. The incident highlighted the importance of pilot training and preparedness for handling emergency situations. The incident also prompted a re-evaluation of TACA Flight 110. Stands out as a testament to the importance of pilot training, skill, and composure in handling unexpected and severe emergencies, engine design and certification standards concerning hail ingestion. This successful landing is often cited in aviation circles as an exemplary case of exceptional airmanship.